Hello, hello. Welcome to Talk About It Tuesday. I'm Karma with Lewis Acre Farm,
Hey, everybody, I'm Glenda from Grace and Fire.
and we are so glad to have you here with us today. I am happy to be back. I missed getting to be with you last week, but I do so appreciate Glenda for stepping in and taking over while we had to be away. Um, it was a long week last week, and I am so thankful for everybody that's here today. And I just want you guys to know that I appreciate you continuing to support even when I wasn't able to be here. So,
Well, girl, you were missed. I missed having you. I was like, okay, I miss my girl, but it's okay. I told you, as always, family comes first. It was a family ev- emergency. And I'm just so glad you're back, girl. I missed you. And thank you to everybody out there who prayed for Karma. And I'm just going to ask that we continue prayers.
yes,
Yes. Yes.
definitely. Um, I hadn't made a post or an announcement or anything about what's going on. So, if you're here in the live or you're catching the replay, you'll have the information. I'm not ready to make an actual post, but I will let you know kind of what's going on. Um, last Monday, a week ago Monday, well, let me back up a little further. Several years ago, my father in law was diagnosed with vascular dementia. Vascular dementia is in the frontal lobe, and
Hmm.
patients with this type of dementia don't necessarily lose their memory as much as people with other types of dementia.
Hmm.
So he still has his faculties for the most part. He's pretty alert and aware. He definitely knows who Logan and I are.
Oh, that's awesome.
Um, he knows who the kids are, and that's how he refers to us as the kids. And he looks forward to our coming to visit. Um, but with vascular dementia, it attacks the vessels, the blood vessels.
Mhm.
And a patient with vascular dementia is more likely to die from a heart attack or a stroke than they are from the disease itself. So he's been going downhill for several years, and this past year has been really, really hard on him. Um, he is forgetting more and more. He doesn't know a lot of his own family who don't call him, don't
Mm,
come to see him, don't check on him. Um,
that's a hard one.
Logan's mom's family, her children, uh, do more for him, check on him, take care of him more than his own family. And that's pretty hard. That's really hard on him,
Mhm,
knowing that his own family doesn't care. And he
mhm,
knows, he's very much aware. And this last year, he has gone downhill very quickly. Um, so this past Monday, Logan's mom reached out to us and told us that he had gone to sleep for the night on Friday evening around 10:30, and he had not woke up, hadn't had anything to eat or drink since Friday night. He'd been asleep essentially since that time. She'd woke him up and asked if he needed anything, and he would say no and go right back to sleep. and that was Monday evening. So Monday evening, Logan and I made the decision that we needed to go down and be there with his mom in case he passed, which is what it looked like was happening. And so we went down. um, the human body is really remarkable. It's a miracle how our bodies work, and especially in the dying process. When we got there Tuesday afternoon late, we walked in, and my father-in-law was up, dressed, and sitting on the sofa. He had just randomly woke up, got dressed Tuesday afternoon. He was asleep for 4 solid days. And while we were there, he made himself get up and get around. Um, he even made himself drink and eat a little bit, and I do mean a very little bit. But we were able to visit with him. We were able to, in our own unique way, say our goodbyes.
Mhm.
He lives 2 hours away from us, so we can't just stop and go visit with him. And I believe that if we did live close enough to go, it would prolong the process.
Mhm.
And while we were there, the palliative care team came to visit with mom, and we were able to share our observations, and they called in hospice. His body is in the process of shutting down, and so he's having these cycles of good days and bad days, um, good vitals and bad vitals. And when I was saying goodbye for when we left on Thursday evening, he gripped my hand in
Mhm.
a way that he's never done before. And he told me, I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired. And I just told him, it's okay. Just rest. You can rest. You've worked hard all your life. Just rest. And then he asked what the date was, and I told him, and he goes, just 14 more days. Just 14 more days. And it'll be my birthday.
Oh,
And I'll be 85. So I really believe that he's holding out for his birthday.
yeah.
He wants to be 85. And so it's basically we're in a waiting game.
Yeah.
And so just so that you know, in the next few weeks, over the next few weeks, I could get a call and I may have to go. My
Yes.
videos may be sporadic for the next month. My ability to go live may be hit or miss. But I do appreciate each and every person who is supportive and continuing to watch and continuing to go back and watch old videos, um,
Yes.
and just supporting my channel while we go through this difficult time. So, and I truly appreciate and love you, Glenda, for stepping in
Ah,
and
you are so welcome. I mean, this
keeping
is
Tuesdays alive.
you know I got you, girl. You know it.
Yeah,
And family is so important. I mean, it just is. And you know, keeping you guys in prayer is let me tell you, you guys, we need to just keep lifting Karma in prayer as this is all going down, and Logan
and
and the
Logan definitely.
family
Yeah,
You know, it's the We've all lost somebody, and we know how difficult it is, and it's okay to step away from YouTube to focus
Yeah,
on these moments, and these are precious too. These are precious moments as well, the
yeah.
end stages, very precious and limited. So, and we're not guaranteed tomorrow.
No,
We are
no,
not. I mean, um I had an incident yesterday that reminded me of that in my own family, that we are not guaranteed tomorrow. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can be
that's right.
young and things can happen, and in a blink of an eye you can be gone, and I it's I think family, is taking in those moments super important. And we're all here for you, girl. We all love you. So,
Appreciate it.
yeah.
And then last night or yesterday, you all know I lost my little topper a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago. Yesterday, I was sitting here doing some stuff for the channel, and I started hearing things coming from the nursery. And Talia, Topper's twin, is sneezing a lot. It's not just an occasional sneeze, it's a lot of sneeze and a slight rattly chest. Uh, Chris, one of Caroline's kittens, has a very rattly chest. And Junior, Talia's brother, has a slight rattle in his chest. And it's hit or miss when that happens. And it all just came down. And so this morning I had to run over to the vet and pick up antibiotics for the three of them. And trying to keep all of the kittens healthy. And um, our weather isn't helping any because our house gets either really hot or too cool, and trying to keep all the babies in the bedroom comfortable and all the babies in the other room comfortable at the same time is not easy. So,
Yeah.
um, I have three little babies at least that are on now, as of this morning, on antibiotics.
So we need to keep them in prayer too for their
Yes,
full healing.
yes. I'm pretty sure
Absolutely.
I caught it quickly enough,
Mhm.
but
My, my, my.
lot,
It
a
is
lot
a
to deal
lot.
with.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. Yeah. Well, yesterday, and what I my oldest had called me and said I had been in a car accident, and it was her first one. And
Oh, scary.
yeah, so the rain was coming down pretty hard, and so it was flash flooding, and she hydroplaned. And thankfully, nobody else was involved with this car accident. It was just her. And she was able to walk away from it, no injury, a little sore, mentally upset. But
Right.
she has an amazing husband that immediately left what he was doing to come straight to her and helped her through, all the process and stuff, and even took today off to be with her, which I thought was
Oh,
really
that's awesome.
nice. Yeah, yeah. But like I said, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. There was an innocent bystander that was behind her that was watching the whole scene, and she said that my daughter's car went like this, and then all of a sudden it came back down, and my daughter doesn't remember it because it was just like that.
Wow.
Um, and I told my daughter, I said, "I'll tell you what, I think that was an angel pushing that down," you know, and
Right.
that's why she didn't flip the car, thankfully. So, and
Absolutely.
she stayed to make sure that my daughter was okay, and stayed, until her husband showed up, which I thought was awesome. People, there's good people out there, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she's fine. She's gonna be okay. We did, one of the things. this is my coping skill, and not that we're making light of things, but we gotta find something to laugh about in this situation,
Yeah.
and she sent me a picture of her vehicle, and it's at the shop. It's gonna have to be repaired, unfortunately. And so I zoomed in on the front of her vehicle, and I see this big long weeds like in the up in the grill of her car. And
Uh-huh.
I said, "Sweetheart, I could tell you were weed eating, but you don't use your vehicle to weed eat. It's called a weed eater." And she said, "Mom, that's what my husband and I were talking about last night was the weed eating." So so that's how we're pulling through this situation with a little bit of humor, only because she's
Yeah.
okay, nobody else was involved. Cars can be fixed or replaced. People are count, and I really think the angels were around about her at that time, and I think an angel pushed it down. I mean, it's the only thing that
Yeah.
as bad of a condition as it was where she was at, definitely think the angels pushed that straight down for her, and she was able to walk. And I checked in on her today, and I just said, "How you feeling?" And she said, "I'm a little sore, but I'm okay." And I said,
Wonderful.
"That's my baby girl." So
Yeah.
always pray for those angels around about your kiddos too, you know what I mean? Because
Absolutely.
it works and God answers those prayers. I'm just saying. So yeah. So we're
Yeah.
here and I'm okay. But mama wanted to get on the road like immediately, and this mama was like, "Oh," but when she said her husband showed up, I'm like, "I knew I loved him. He is my favorite bonus son." Yeah, I knew I loved him
Kinda
for
helps he's your only bonus son.
he's my only bonus son, but I told him I'm gonna buy him a shirt that says favorite bonus son so he can proudly wear it around at all the family events. But he's a good guy. He's a good one.
That's
He's a good one.
awesome.
So, anyhow, so that was our humor in all of that. So I'm
That's
okay.
great.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
then I sent her the video of me dancing with Glinda.
That was so hilarious. I loved that video.
There might be a part 2 coming out one day, to this, just because I'm not sure if I'm gonna tag, Dink and Tank, but I actually had a different vision for this dance video, and, if the rain would cooperate with me, there might
Uh-huh.
be a part 2 to this. So, yeah, yeah, and then I shared it out with some friends of mine that are not on YouTube, and one of them got back with me. She said, "I knew you were the crazy chicken lady, but I didn't realize how crazy you were." And little Linda was sitting on my shoulder, and yeah, when you have a broody hen, they're typically the ones that can sit on your shoulders just fine.
Uh-huh.
I have another girl that when she goes broody, that's all she wants to be is on my shoulder, like a parrot.
Yeah.
And she's much bigger of a hen. Her name's Coco. And Coco actually is my favorite hen of all of the entire
Uh-huh.
flock. And because Coco's a diva. And then what did my sister say? She said Karen from Will and Grace, she wants to give her a martini because she looks like she's got the great big fur around her neck, and
Uh-huh.
she looks like she was judging everybody, and and I laugh about that one. She's like, "You should have called her Karen." I'm like, "No, no, I like Coco because Coco Chanel, like that's her." And she lays a pink egg. She's quite the
Oh.
diva. Yeah, she's my pink egger. But when she's broody, I've got tons of pictures and videos of me just with her sitting on my shoulder. It's where she wants to be at.
That's
Well,
fun.
actually, she wants to be sitting on a nest hatching eggs, but they
Right.
go to broody jail. So, yeah. they- So, anyhow,
That's
well,
funny.
let's say hi to who's in the chat.
Yeah.
I know Joe Fix It For You was my first one in. I could see that. He said, "Hi, Glenda." So he was first in on Grace and Fire. We are co streaming. Second end, speaking of the dance challenge, was Dink and Tank, Heartland HQ at Dink and Tank. Hey, hey. And I am so excited to see how many channels have participated in this dance challenge. I went back through, so Grace and I, we were watching, and wow, there's quite a few dancers. Even Jesse got into it. Somehow I missed that one.
I saw that.
I missed it. I caught it. And then let's see here. Oh, Randy, our favorite trucker and quilter is in the house. Hey, hey. And then next in was Cynthia, all the way from the Netherlands. Hey, girl, so glad you're here. What time is it where you're at? I'm curious. And then next in was Jaden. Hey, Jaden, how are you? I hope you're having a great day. And then, oh my goodness, my beautiful, she really is my real life Aunt Lynn from the official Aunt Lynn. Hey, girl, I love you. I hope you're having a good day. And let's see here. Aunt Lynn was chatting in here, and I think I got everybody. How about, do you know anybody I've missed? Because I don't see anybody
I know
else.
Logan was in.
Oh, hey, Logan. Logan was in. Well, StreamYard didn't pick it up for some reason. So if you're
Yeah.
still here,
Let me
say
see who
something,
else.
Logan.
See if there's somebody on my side that might have gotten missed.
Okay. Yep.
Um, pull it
Let's
back
see here.
up.
Cynthia said it is 11:21 p.m. her time, or 23:21, which I can read that time. So it's 11:21. That's
Yeah,
awesome. That's a late night.
Logan was first on my side.
Okay.
And then on my side, I have Jaden
Yep.
and Aunt Lynn.
Aunt Lynn's there. Awesome. Awesome. Well, StreamYard missed Logan for some reason. That happens even with my own Saturday Night Lives. It misses people. So I wish I could figure out how to fix that. But please don't be offended, Logan. It's a StreamYard issue. So I'm sorry it missed it. Um yeah, hey Cynthia, I have a question. How did your Mother's Day event? She was gonna go and celebrate her family on Mother's Day. I think they were having a brunch if I remember correctly. So, did you do anything special for Mother's Day?
Um, I went out to the zoo for a couple hours before Logan got off
Oh.
work. They had a free admission for moms on
Oh.
Mother's Day, and then they had a food vendor out there and bounce houses for the kids, and
Oh, that is
so
so wonderful.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
nice. Well,
I
we
got to have
okay.
a conversation with Mowgli. Um, I can't
Oh,
remember what Mowgli is. I think he's a lemur. I think. I
okay.
can't remember. But anyway, I got a video of um, Mowgli and I talking. Mowgli was actually took time to talk to me this time, and then Monty is a gibbon,
Okay.
and Monty was showing off his teddy bear for me, and yeah,
Oh.
he was sitting there showing his teddy bear to me, and um, giving his teddy bear piggyback rides, and just
Oh.
playing with his teddy bear for me. Didn't do that the last time I was there, but it was slightly after hours, after everybody else had left, and so they were more relaxed and um, just kind of showing off, and so it was
Aw.
fun. It
Oh,
was
that's the
really
best
fun.
time to go when they're relaxed like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Aw.
So
Well, on Mother's Day, the actual day, Sir Grace made me breakfast. I got eggs and bacon for breakfast. I woke up and I could smell the bacon, and then he had the coffee going. It's just a Keurig, but that's okay. He made the coffee, and I thought, oh, this is nice.
very
I
nice.
thought that, and then he went out to work on the chicken run. There's just he was working on the panels to keep the predators out. You use
Mhm.
hardware cloth. So he was adding more. There's just one area that needs to have hardware cloth, and then it's completely protected. And then I went out and planted all kinds of flowers. I created a new garden bed in my backyard. And
Nice.
it's not a vegetable garden. It's gonna be a living fence is what it is. So we have a big chain link fence, but
Mhm.
we've been hit with a lot of rain, a lot of rain. And sometimes when Sir Grace's puppy um sees another dog, he's off duty, he's DOG, and he's half German
Yeah.
Shepherd. He gets a little
Yeah.
too excited and he will pounce on that fence. And he wants to get to he doesn't try to break it or anything. He just pounces it. So after our biggest we had a huge rainstorm come through, and it meant that the fence was leaning. So Sir Grace and I had to pull that back and then stake it into the ground. So now at this point, we need to dig around it and put new concrete down underneath of it. But I
Mhm.
told him, I said, what I think I'm going to do. We had planted arbovitas. They stunted in growth. They're 5 years old and they're about 2.5 3 feet tall, depending on which one you're talking about. So I found an arborist who gave me some tips. Lots of compost, lots of fertilizer, and lots of mulch. Lots and lots of mulch. So, while Sir Grace was in the hospital, I went and bought all the mulch, and my youngest came over and helped me unload it. So
Uh-huh.
on Mother's Day, I finished this garden bed. It's all brand new. I transplanted roses to try to help. Maybe like my thought was maybe when they start branching out, they've got thorns on them, so maybe that'll deter them from getting to that side of the fence.
Right.
And then I had some hydrangeas, so I thought, okay, those get big. They're the panicles type. So I will have to cut them back in the spring, but in the winter I could leave them all out, and maybe they'll get big. And then I bought some bulbs from uh Costco. So I think, and I got some hollyhocks. So I planted some hollyhocks. And then a friend gave me some echinacea, so I planted
Uh-huh.
that out there, and then I planted herbs in there as well, so we can get this dog to stop getting on that fence. So it's a living garden, um, and it took me about 2 weeks. So I finished it on Mother's Day, and I love gardening. I love gardening.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite place to be. And then of course my kiddos called or texted to say happy Mother's Day. So I heard from them, and then they gave me money. So I got a clothesline. I'm so excited.
Oh,
I've got
nice.
it on order, and I told them I've been wanting a new clothesline for like many years. And so I pulled their money together and that's what I picked out was a clothesline.
How
So,
nice.
and there's nothing like putting your clothes out on the line in the summertime, or your sheets. It's like the best, the
Yeah.
best, the best. So it was a nice
Mhm.
Mother's Day. And then Saturday before, all the ladies got together and we went to this English garden type restaurant and nursery.
Mhm.
It's out in the country, internet is horrible there, so I warn everybody, like, you may or may not be able to get a hold of me. This is where I'm at, though. You can call the restaurant and let them know if there's something wrong, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it was all the ladies, and I had my bonus daughter, my granddaughter, and my oldest there. I was missing my other bonus daughter, she couldn't come down, but that's okay. Um, and we just sat, and Aunt Lynn was there, and my mom and sister and my niece, and we just kinda just got to hang out with one another and enjoy a meal together, and we laughed and just really enjoyed each other's company. And then, afterwards, some of the girls went over into the nursery and bought herbs, including me. I love herbs, so I there's some that I
Yeah.
can't grow very well, so I bought the ones that I have trouble getting started from seed with.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so that was kind of nice. Just, I worked on Saturday, but I was a happy camper. And oh, how could I forget? I got steaks for dinner. Sir Grace made steaks. He fired
Wow.
up the grill and he was out there and I just sat out there and watched him do it. And I'm like,
Lucky
okay.
lady.
I know. Well, I had to buy the steaks. So he goes, "Well, you bought the steaks." And I'm like, "Yeah." But he went out there, he cooked them. I was not complaining. I don't get that kind of like he doesn't cook. So it was a treat and I enjoyed
Yeah.
every minute of it. So it was good. It was so good. Let's see here. Cynthia, I saw what she said. It was great. We had a nice brunch. She loved the flowers I got her. Oh, that's
That's wonderful.
amazing. I'm so glad. And then I hope y'all had a great Mother's Day too. And then Virginia's here. Hey, Virginia. I'm so glad you're joining in with us. Thank you so much. I hope you had a
Indeed.
wonderful Mother's Day too. And then, yep, we did have a wonderful day. It was so nice. Everybody dressed up. Some ladies even wore dresses and yeah, it was a good day. It was a
That's
very good
great.
day. Yeah, yeah,
Well, I'm glad.
yeah, but Sunday was simple other than gardening. I know it sounds like a lot, but to me, that's simple, just to go out and plant things that
Yeah.
you like, make things pretty, and
Yeah.
yeah, so
Good plants for filling in the fence line
yeah,
are clematis.
I have some and can you transplant those?
Absolutely. The two
Okay.
clematis that I have came from my mama's house.
Oh, okay,
You just
okay,
have to make sure that you dig wide enough around for their root,
okay,
and
okay.
then make sure that the hole you put them in is wide enough and deep enough for their root ball.
So even though they're not to me, I wouldn't have thought that because they're viney, right?
Hmm.
But they have a big root ball?
Yes, they do.
I never would
Yes,
have
they do.
guessed.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I've learned something new. I have 2 clematis. One is actually in a pot, and I'd like to take it out, and transplant it. And I actually am glad you brought that up because I was thinking on putting that on the fence, to be honest with
It
you.
will be gorgeous. And the other thing is
Ah,
honeysuckle.
I've thought about honeysuckle too,
I've
but
got 3 honeysuckle on a trellis on well, I have
oh,
3 trellises side by side,
yeah.
and, they will grow as tall and as wide as their structure allows them to. So, like,
Oh,
I think
wow.
my trellises are 5 foot tall, 5 or 6 foot tall by 4 f no, one of them is 4 foot wide,
Okay.
and this honeysuckle goes about 2 feet above the
Mhm.
height of the trellis and mm, about a foot wider than
Oh,
the
wow.
trellis on each side. And it's probably, I would say, at least 1 to 2 feet deep on each side of the trellis. I mean, it is massive, massive.
Wow.
So wherever you plant it, just know that it will fill
It'll
in
fill in.
and
Mhm.
it'll make a beautiful, beautiful wall of
That's
honeysuckle.
that's a good idea. Well, I think I might do the clematis on that one side. We so on the other side of our backyard to the left, we're taking down a tree slowly. Sir Grace is recovering from some injuries, and so it's on hold right now. But I told him no big deal. We have a big raised bed that
Mhm,
I want to split the bed apart. It's a Vita garden, and I took 2 Vita gardens and I put them together as one big one years ago. And
mhm,
I told him whatever wood he's going to keep some because he turns wood on a lathe. So he's going to keep some back, but I said whatever is discarded, I want to put it in when we split these beds apart, I want to put that down at the bottom and do kind of the hugel culture to build it up, like
Right.
with leaves and
Right.
stuff. That's how I always do my raised beds is a
Yeah.
hugel culture method. So I have some Aunt Lynn, I have some of my grandmother's peonies that
Uh-huh.
are I'm not gonna mess with them right now because they're gonna bloom, and I wanna see the flower, and I wanna see if it's the same one that I remember. I
Uh-huh.
actually got buds. I've been waiting. She knows I've been waiting. This is like 3 years now I've been waiting for this to bloom, and I haven't even had a chance to tell my aunt. I've got 2 little buds, and I'm gonna have flowers
Awesome.
off these came from the home that I lived in when I was a little girl. We lived with my
Oh.
grandmother for a little while, and many when my grandparents when my grandfather was still alive, they sold the home, and my uncle, before they sold the home, he went and dug up grandma's peonies, and she planted them when I lived with her. So I
Uh-huh.
remember her putting these in the ground. I just can't I think I remember what the flower looks like, but I wanna before I do anything with it, I wanna make sure it's the same one that I remember. But,
Right.
um, so eventually what I'm gonna do with that peony is I'm gonna bring that it's outside of my fence and it sits close to some farmland. And unfortunately, they use herbicide and
Oh.
it hit my other peony and my personal peony that I planted when I first bought the property. So I'm gonna have to move it if I'm gonna keep it. And I know that I'm gonna lose blossoms for a couple of years because you can't move them, and then they bounce the next year. They like to be left alone in the ground.
I moved my mom's peonies and I had flowers the next year.
Oh, wow. Well, I've moved my neighbor's peonies, and I've now waited 2 years for them to bloom, and I'm just now getting my first blooms off my neighbor's peonies, and then my grandmother's that my uncle gave me, I'm on 3 years. I've waited now for this one. It might be my soil conditions too. Um,
Yeah, I don't know.
it maybe
Um, I moved my mom's and
you
they
didn't lose
never
any.
skipped a beat. And the
Yeah.
same with her irises.
Oh,
I've
my
got my mom's
neighbor.
irises,
Yeah.
her peonies, and her clematises. I've got her butterfly bush.
Oh, I planted one of those this year. I went
Oh, be
I got
prepared.
one.
Be prepared because
Okay.
they can get the ours covers the entire front of our house
Oh, good,
and
because
it'll get
that's
as tall as our house.
okay, okay. Yeah, I was told cut it back every spring. I got the,
Mhm.
okay, so I follow Laura from Garden Answers. She's actually in Ontario,
Mhm.
Oregon, not
Mhm.
too far from you,
Yeah.
and, she talked about this one called Miss Molly, and it's from Proven Winners. She is a, they're sponsored by Proven
Right.
Winners. So I went to Lowe's and I thought, I've always wanted one. You know what I mean? If I just, they're $20. So that, I mean, it's a lot for a plant, but I thought, I want one. I just want one. And it said
Mhm.
4 to 5 feet wide and tall for our area. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping so because it's part of my living fence. So that's good. If it's gonna take off, good, because I put it where I want I mean, my living fence is
I will
about
try to
8 feet.
I will try to remember to send you pictures of the front of our house. It
Okay.
has it has our clematis
Uh,
and our butterfly bush.
yeah.
Our butterfly bush literally reaches the top of our house, and, um,
My goodness.
it's, um our house is 24 wide,
Okay.
and it probably takes up when it's completely full,
Yeah.
it probably takes up 16 feet.
Wow.
It makes an
Wow.
awesome, awesome shade because the front windows
Mhm.
of where the living room and dining room
Mhm.
are south facing. So in
Okay.
the summertime, it's lovely shade. Lovely shade.
And do you ever cut it back? Because they say to cut
Oh
this
yeah,
thing back.
we cut it back, but believe
It
me,
comes back. Okay, so
it will
I've got
grow.
hope. I got hope. I got hope because I'm okay with
Oh,
the.
yeah, it
I
grows
got a
back.
yeah, I got a my daughter, she got one this year too for herself, but she got a Proven Winners brand and she got the miniature. She made sure it wouldn't get too big. So they have different varieties of them.
Yeah.
But the one I got, it said 4 feet wide or 4 to 5 feet wide and 4 to 5 feet tall. And I went, okay. And I knew exactly where to put it. It's on the edge of this garden. So if it needs to spill, it can spill. And the flowers look beautiful. It's pink, is the one that
Oh, okay.
it's the variety that I got. I don't know what color you've got with yours.
Mine's the
Um,
Black Knight. It's
ooh,
dark purple.
ooh, I bet that's stunning.
It is.
I'll have to look
And
that up because my bonus daughter, her favorite color is purple. That'd be a nice gift if I can find a Black Knight plant for her.
yeah, it's,
I know she's not
dark
watching,
purple.
so,
It's
think I'm gonna
dark
be on a
purple, and we get butterflies, we get hummingbirds, we get, we get, bees, we get
ah,
all the pollinators on this, and they come to our front windows. The hummingbirds, they come towards the evening,
yes.
and they'll come and they'll drink the nectar, and then they'll come and they'll look in the window. They'll just hover there and um, flutter
Oh,
their little wings, and they'll look in and they'll tip their little heads and look at us, and then they'll fly off, and then they'll come back and they'll drink some more, and then they'll fly off, come back, and then they'll come and look in the window at us again. And our cats like to look out the window,
oh, yeah.
and they'll come. Sometimes we won't be sitting on the sofa and we'll be watching. The hummingbirds will come and they'll tease and taunt the cats.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, I can't wait for this thing to grow then. That gives me hope because I've never grown one. And now what she did, I'm trying to think, it's not elderberry. There's a maybe some kind of plant. She said the tag, she said, because this would be your soil too, but there's something else that she grows, Laura from Garden Answer. And she said in our area, she said the tag says like 2 or 3 feet, and this thing is like 20 feet. I mean, it's like massive. So I'm hoping I've got a little bit of, if I can believe the tag, that my soil is good enough for it to grow because I'm okay
Our
with that.
soil in the front of the house, our soil is really rocky and
Okay.
kind of sandy and
Yeah.
not the best soil, and it doesn't get a whole lot of water. The
Okay.
clematis, the butterfly bush, they don't get a whole lot of water. I
Right.
mean, they get more water the last few years because I will drag, and I mean
Right.
drag the hose over there, and I will spray them.
Right.
But as far as there, like, being a way to consistently water, they don't get a lot of consistent water,
Yeah.
and they still do really, really well.
Yeah.
So,
We have clay soil, and I was reading the tag with the butterfly bush, and then sedums are another one, and it said that they don't like a lot of water. Well, this part where I've put it at is like at the hill where it goes down, like off of it. So I'm hoping that I've got it in a spot where it won't have too much rain. I think that was why my arborvitaes are stunted is because of lack of water. This arborist told me, he said, Have you added drip to it? Because in our area, our arborvitaes grow really fast. We don't have to water
uh-huh,
ours like with a drip. You can just take your garden hose if it's, like if you've gone a few days without water, you can take a garden hose and make up for it, which I was. But we're thinking maybe because of it being like on the part of the slope that goes down just a little bit. I mean, it's
uh-huh,
not a great big one, it's a little one. Um, that maybe it's on the drier side. So, according to that butterfly bush and to the sedums, it says that they both don't like a lot of water. So I'm
Mhm.
hoping I've got it in a good spot, but we have red clay, which is great for tomatoes and great for things that love a lot of water. Um,
Right.
and then, lavender is the other one that doesn't like a lot of water. And so I typically find areas in my garden like that are at the high point, or I'll plant them up a little bit high because they, in my area, if they're sitting far down, they'll die because it's too much water.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful. I see here. I saw something. Butterfly bushes spread like wildfire.
Mine
Oh,
hasn't. It's this nice big
maybe she's talking
one.
about like the size of it. Maybe that's what she's talking.
Yeah, I have one big root ball,
Mhm.
and that's it. It has not spread.
Maybe she's talking about like the foliage. You know what I mean? Like
Maybe,
maybe that's what she's referring to.
maybe,
Yeah. Now
but
the root ball that with the one I planted, it was a 5-gallon pot. Or no, 3-gallon pot, 3-gallon pot is what
if
I
you
had.
tried to plant mine in a pot, um, you'd need something like
Like a big whiskey barrel.
a whiskey barrel wouldn't hold it.
Okay, so one of those, what is that tote, that IBC tote? We'll have to get an IBC tote to put it in.
That might work, yeah.
That might work. That might work. Well, if the root ball for me gets too big, I'll just split it in half and move on down. Then I planted a Leland spruce, and I think I'm gonna have to move a couple of them because, or well, Sir Grace is like, well, we can keep it trimmed. There was no real good information on the tag, and then I bought 3, planted them in the ground, and then he's like, I know, then I looked it up and I went, I think I've got them too close together. Might have to be doing some transplanting. But he told me, he said, "Leave it." He was really excited with the privacy, how I had done it, because we really are trying to do a privacy thing to keep, because eventually, I mean, I don't want my neighbors seeing in my backyard. We have a chain link, and we used a fabric, like, mesh thing, and I
Uh-huh.
think that added to the problem with our fence. Like, when the wind is coming in, we get
Right.
massive amounts of wind where we're at, and I think that added to it. So it's gonna come down. It's
Yeah.
gonna so we're gonna take that rest of he took off one part of the fabric mesh, and then we're gonna let this garden kind of grow up, and then the other part's gonna come down once. I just don't want certain neighbors being able to just kind of see me sitting in my backyard on my porch, just like watching YouTube, or, having a cup of
Yeah.
coffee in the morning. I like my privacy.
Yeah. I hear you.
I don't like being stared at. So, yeah.
Kristen, welcome
Hey,
in.
Kristen, I'm so glad you're here. And then I'm going to see what this is. Oh, it's a camel
A
and a
kangaroo and a
kangaroo
sloth.
sloth. Okay, I couldn't tell what that was.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, so
So,
that I love growing things. And then my neighbor with the echinacea, her sister was there, and it's actually, well, the plant originated from her sister, and then she gave it to her. But she was telling her, the sister was telling me, in our area, that at some point it will have to be split off because it self seeds and it
oh,
can
okay.
take the garden over. And I went, well, I've been wanting echinacea for years. It's not gonna offend me if I have to split it up and move it around.
I
I love
actually
doing that.
I actually bought a couple of echinacea this time. I've tried growing it from seed and um I think I had one success last year.
Okay.
But of course it died. But I went ahead and I bought the plants this time because this year
Mhm.
I'm going to be lucky to even have a garden. The cats are taking up a lot of time.
Yeah,
Um,
understandably.
with 23 rescues and 13 of them being infant cats, that's,
For sure.
it's time consuming.
Yeah, and you gotta
And
figure out where that balance is at.
yeah, and if I want a garden, a lot of it's gonna have to be purchased plants.
That's okay.
Um, and the seeds that I've attempted to start aren't starting. So,
Oh,
uh, yeah, I'm not
yeah.
having a very good success rate with seed starting this year. And so, if I want a garden, I have to start with plants.
Oh, girl, no
And
judgment. I went and bought some, and okay, I started some from seed, but I started them late. And I still haven't put the survival seeds out. It's been raining, and I was hoping to get it done today, and it's just not going to happen. So we're going to look at tomorrow putting the survival seeds in the ground.
they're the
But,
ones that didn't start for me.
oh, they didn't?
Yeah,
Hmm.
not so
Well,
far.
well,
Not
I'm
so
going to
far.
put them out and see what happens. But I will admit right here, I went and bought starts, and on Friday, I put some those starts right in the ground. I found there's a local guy that, has a nursery, and he sets up shop on the street. I've been doing it for years, and I went and I purchased from him on Friday and put them all in the ground. I got some tomatoes and, what else did I get? I got yellow peppers and red peppers. And he didn't have jalapenos. He sold out of his jalapenos. I went, "Oh, I wish he had jalapenos." But that's okay. I have some that I started from seed. They'll just be way behind. That's fine.
Yeah.
Um, and then I purchased muskmelon. So I got all those in the ground. I did put seeds directly in the ground too,
Uh-huh.
um, like the Kajari melon, which I love, and I put some cucumbers in the ground, seeds in the ground, and chamomile and that kind of thing. I want a real good herby type garden, so I had different kinds of herbs I put in the ground. Well, the seeds, but no, I went and purchased some. Ain't no shame in that, girl. I did it. I admit, I'm right here, girl. Life happens. I mean,
It does. It does.
it's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good. And you still get
Yeah.
the beauty of gardening and,
Right.
starting there's no shame in that.
Yeah. It won't be the kind of garden I really wanted this year, but you know what? Sometimes life deals you a different hand than you expect.
Yep.
Y'all can't always have a royal flush.
Nope.
Sometimes you get a straight or a full house. And
Right.
this time I got a full house.
And you know what? That's part of the grace and fire motto is it's okay to give yourself some grace on those years that you need to take off. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Don't
And I'm loving my full house. So,
Oh, you're making good
uh,
memories with those babies. That's,
I
that's
am.
important and
Yeah,
life happens. I mean,
it does.
it
It
just
does.
does. It just does. So that's why stay positive, and if it's by plant starts, then go buy them. It's okay. Support local and, you
Yeah,
know, all good. All good. You know,
yeah, yeah. So I'll have a nice small garden this year. A
that's
few things that are
awesome.
growing that I really am happy about, and I'll have fun with.
What are some things you're wanting to plant this year?
Well, I I'm starting birdhouse gourds. Have you
I have
seen those seeds?
Yes. Yes, I
Are
have
those not the
some.
weirdest?
Yes.
I
Yes.
saw those seeds and I'm going, what alien dropped these off on planet Earth?
Right? I haven't planted mine. I should go plant some this year. If you're planting some, then I think I should go plant. I have the
Please
seeds.
do.
I have the
But
seeds.
seriously, those seeds look like they came from outer space.
They do. They do.
I've never seen a seed that looked like that, ever.
Oh my
They
gosh.
are weird.
Calendula seeds are weird looking too. They look like
Yeah. Uh,
Some kinda like a bug or a worm or something creepy.
nasturtiums.
Yes.
They look like a snail.
So with nasturtiums, well, I don't know if I'd call nasturtiums a snail. They look like little round seeds.
Nasturtiums, the ones that I've had, they're cochlear.
That sounds like not nasturtiums, that sounds like calendula.
Nope, they're nasturtiums.
I wonder what variety then. That's interesting. Because the ones that I
Um,
grow, I'll grab them. I'm looking. Hang on, let me
Mine
grab.
are in the other room, or I would show you.
This is
Um,
actually how let me show you. This is my part of my organization.
Nice.
Yes, I love stuff like, like where you can sit. So you just have to excuse me. Hey, Ginger. Let's see. Does she want to plant me? I don't know. Will you grow up or grow big and like, are you gonna like put flowers out there? Let's see here. I will. I've just switched to these. Let's
Let me
see. Hopefully I
see.
can find nasturtium. Here we go.
Okay, mine came from Baker Creek.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I get them from all over, but I haven't opened this one up. See, mine look like they're little round.
yeah, kind of, but mine, if I remember correctly, mine were kind of like almost cochlear. They were, let me see if I can find them on here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. It might be of the variety. Read that again. Oh, no. Let's see here. Is Troy in here? Did I miss Troy? Is Troy Sutton in here? Troy, are you here? If you did, I missed you. Okay, let me look for
Um, did I get the Alaska mix? Might have been
the
the Alaska mix.
okay. I'm gonna look for
Let me see.
so
I'm
I'll tell you,
thinking,
I did the winter seed sowing method with
uh-huh.
uh the nasturtiums, and I'm telling you every single one of them germinated this year for me. And I think that's the
Wow.
way I'm going to go from now on. I put started them in March. I did a live. Let's see here. That's the dwarf.
I'm not
Fish.
positive that this is the mix. I think it is the Alaska.
Oh, those are pretty. This says fish hook on it. I'm gonna open these up. No, they look just like the little.
Why is that? Well, there we go.
Those are. I'll have to look for that one. These are the fit. No, Ford hook. Ford hook. So there's the Ford hook, and then let me
I'm pretty
find the.
sure the Alaska is the ones that I bought.
I'm gonna have to look. I like that color. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I just made a Baker Creek order not too long ago because I want to make sure that I have seeds for next year.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went ahead. I'm not open. No, I don't want not chamomile. Chamomile seeds are so hard. Like, does anybody ever take sand and mix your seeds in and then spread them out? Because I think that's what I'm gonna have to do next year. There's tiny, tiny seeds. Let's see. Does anybody else grow seeds? Grow from seed? I'm just being nosy. Let us know in the chat. And if you do, what's your favorite thing to grow? I may have put all my calendula out. I think I need to order more calendula. Now I have a marshmallow plant. I'm gonna
I've
have
thought
to.
about that.
Yeah, I got it from MI Gardener. Well,
Uh-huh.
not the plant, the seeds. So there's the seeds.
Oh,
That's what it looks like.
yeah. That's pretty.
I am now in my second year, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and dig the roots up this year. Like not all of it, just part of it. And then use it for like if you have a sore throat or something, that's what it's good for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think I think I planted all my calendula out.
The cucumbers that I discovered last year, I absolutely fell in love with, and I doubt I will ever grow another kind.
What did you grow?
Got them from Baker Creek,
Okay.
Richmond green apple. I'm
That
telling
sounds
you,
interesting. What exactly?
they were a little I was late getting them started, so they didn't get to grow real big,
Uh-huh.
but I got a few of them that were just little ones like this, and they
Ooh.
were so sweet and so juicy and so full of flavor,
Oh,
and
wow.
their skin was thin. I have dysphagia, and so I
Yeah.
choke really easy.
I've heard of that. Yes.
And
Oh my gosh, it's
I
awful.
could eat those with the skin on, and I did not choke.
Oh, girl. So it's like really nice and tender.
They were so tender and so crisp. Ah, oh my gosh. I I used to only grow the lemon cucumbers because I really liked the lemon cucumbers
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
because you could just pick those and eat them
You
like
can
an
just eat
apple.
them. Yes.
Uh-uh.
Yes.
I'm done with lemon cucumbers after trying those Richmond green apple cucumbers.
Well, I don't blame you. I'm gonna have to look into that.
They are amazing, amazing cucumbers. I
Oh.
fell in love with them.
Have
Um,
you ever heard of calamandan seeds? I don't know what that is.
Cala,
Calamandan?
mm-mm.
I don't know what that is. Somebody gave me those.
I guess you're gonna have to plant them and see what they
Find
are.
out what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Alaska mix
The
nasturtiums
Alaskan.
that I grew before.
I'm gonna have to look into that because that's interesting. I thought they're a pretty color.
They are, absolutely.
Let's see here. I don't see. I go to seed swaps like in my local area,
I
and
have never been very successful growing flowers from seed. Um,
really,
but I have gotten a few nasturtiums,
yeah.
and I did get a calendula last year, or was it the echinacea? I might have gotten echinacea too, and I did get zinnias not last year but the year before. Um, I struggle with flowers. Give me vegetables any day.
Flowers, you struggle.
Yeah, I do. Now I did have some gypsophilia. They are so dainty and so pretty. I was successful with those last year.
Okay. Have you ever tried bachelor's buttons?
No, I don't want anything that's going to just take over.
Oh, okay.
And the neighbor gave us some one time, and just started invading everything.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, and
You
so,
must have better soil than what you think, girl, because that's pretty cool. Mine
but
don't.
it depends
Mine
where
don't.
we plant.
Yeah.
Because
My
I have different flower beds in different areas, and depending on
Oh,
where it is, I have almost straight sun. I don't
okay,
have very
okay.
much shade,
Uh,
but I have one place that gets mostly shade until
yeah.
the afternoon.
Okay, okay.
and
Mhm.
that's where we had put them.
Oh, see, mine have not taken over. Now they come back every year. I can't find what I'm looking for.
Oh, they
I
spread.
Yeah,
They
mine have
spread.
not. They are so they're I got some. Oh, here, real quick. That's I was curious if you ever tried that. I was given that.
Yeah, that's what I used to grow.
Okay, okay. That's somebody given me some of those. Um, so back to the bachelor's buttons. My Oh goodness. This Okay, let me somebody's keeps trying to call. So my son's mother-in-law, before she became mother-in-law, I was at my bonus daughter's bridal shower, and found out that I was a gardener.
Mhm.
And so she made like a "We love your son, thank you for letting him marry my daughter" gift. And one of the things that she threw in there was a packet of bachelor buttons. And she said, at the time, she said, "Your son is a bachelor and he's as cute as a button. And
Aw.
since he's the groom, got blue." It's just really sweet. So I took those seeds, and I hadn't heard anything about them spreading. It must not be in my area that because or they just don't like where I've gotten them, but they are perennial for me. But I have like an area just in the front of this garden, and that's where they're at. That's where they live in this one, and it's just a strip
Uh-huh.
of them. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and save the seeds and send them back to my bonus daughter for her garden, so that way she has them. Now, what does spread here is asters, or not
Okay.
asters, cosmos. Cosmos. I said the wrong thing. Cosmos. I don't know if you've ever tried growing those, but they can take over, at least in my
Mhm.
area. So my other bonus daughter, when they got married at their wedding, everybody got a packet of seeds as a part of to go home with as a thank you for the wedding. And
Mhm.
I just took the seeds and I just spread them out. Apparently, there were other seeds in there, but the only ones that came up were the cosmos. And they have taken over a patch, which I'm okay with. It's at the front of my vegetable garden. I want all the pollinators to come in, um, to help with that. Oh, real quick, I just saw Nisi's here. Hey,
Yeah.
girl. And then what did it say? MRI result came back. Adenomyas. It originated outside my uterus wall and developed into a big tumor. It's benign. Oh, thank goodness it's benign. Of course, the
Yeah.
only treatment is a full hysterectomy. Oh, girl, we're gonna keep you in
Oh.
prayers too. Oh, and then I miss Tiffany. Tiffany snuck in.
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw her slip in and I was gonna
Tiffany.
say hi.
Hey, Tiffany. Hopefully you're having a good day and had a good Mother's Day to all the mamas in the chat. Hope you had a
Yeah.
wonderful Mother's Day. Yeah, so I took a picture of the cosmos and sent them to my daughter, not my bonus daughter, but I said, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass those back to her as well, collect the seeds, and say these were from your wedding. They've been growing every year in my garden, and I
Oh,
want you to have some of them for your own garden, and they're
that's
native to our
neat.
area now." So, yeah, yeah. But they spread. Cosmos do
Yeah.
horribly. Yeah. Let's see here. What'd she say? Surgery is July 16th. I'm so ready. Oh, girl, I bet you are. I bet you are. Get that thing out of you and get moving on and enjoying life.
Yeah, definitely.
Going to keep you in prayer for sure. My
Yeah.
goodness. My.
Well, today when I went to over to the vet, our vet is half an hour away from us. It's an amazing, amazing vet, or we would find
Oh,
someone close, and they're really less expensive than everybody else close to us.
yeah.
And so when I went over to the vet's office to pick up the antibiotic for the kittens, I went on over into the town where they're located on the
Yeah.
other side of the town. If anybody's gone back into any of my old lives, uh, you will have seen a tour of the honey store.
Oh.
And every now and then, Logan and I go over to the honey store and we get local honey. They have
Oh.
amazing prices. And so I went over there because I was not far away and I picked up more honey. And let me get my camera back. Come on. Where's my lighting? There we
There we
go.
go. What a beautiful packaging too.
I don't know if you can
From
see that.
Are you serious?
$16 for a quart jar of local wildflower honey.
Honey, I pay half that price. Or no, it's not half price. That price for half the amount. That's what I was trying to say.
Guess
That's a
what?
wonderful price.
They sell online.
Do they?
They do. And I
Wow.
also picked up, they have a really, really neat little gift store.
Yeah.
I picked up some other stuff. Been taking a sip of a drink now and then.
Yeah, yeah. What are you drinking?
I am drinking, whoops, it's in this little tin. It's
Talking.
wild choke cherry
Oh,
tea.
choke cherry. I was like chalk cherry. That's how
It's
my brain.
choke cherry tea, and it says made
Oh.
especially for Honey Store in Fruitland, Idaho.
Oh.
And it's Ceylon tea, natural flavors. It's all that's in it. And there are those little triangle tea bags.
Yes.
There's 20 tea bags, and it was $6.99. Comes in this beautiful little
I
decorative
say that
tin.
is sweet as can be.
And then I got it's BEE
Mhm.
humble herbal teas, huckleberry
Ah,
in a little
huckleberries
pouch.
are big there too.
Yes,
And
it's our state fruit, the
it
huckleberry.
is. And the flavor is okay. So, kind of back into the soil. So, I grew huckleberry a few years ago because of living in Idaho and knowing how good it was.
Uh-huh.
Honey, our soil with that, it takes on a horrible taste. I ain't gonna
Well,
lie.
they
I mean,
they
the
have
soil
so
there's
many they have so many huckleberry flavored products. Not only did I get the huckleberry tea,
mm.
but I got they make these amazing uh my lighting again. There we
Oh,
go.
there it is.
Huckleberry. This one is huckleberry. This is the cutest.
Oh, it's one of those
It's lotion
yeah. Here, I'm just gonna
and the
demonstrate for
smell.
you. It's a rub-on.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
they
That
have
is
so many
so
different fragrances. The sweet pea is so yummy. And they have a mango peach and they have an unscented. I got the huckleberry for me and I had another huckleberry and then I have Asian pear.
Ooh, I bet that
This one
smells
is not open
good. Yeah.
because Logan he smelled my huckleberry and he chose the huckleberry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But so I have um this Asian pear
Uh-huh.
and the tea bag, the huckleberry tea,
Oh,
and then
wow.
I have um, a magnet from Babby Farms that is going to go as one
Yeah.
when we are ready to do our giveaway at some point during the month of May. So, you
Ah.
guys got a sneak peek
That's
of
it.
what my giveaway is going to be. Some lucky person is going to win a lotion bar, some herbal tea, and a magnet from Babby
Ah.
Farms. But I wanted to tell you guys about the honey store because you can go on um, the honey store. I've got a
What's
business card.
in Fruitland, Idaho?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
thehoneystore.net.
Yep. Hang on. I got it. Let's see.
And you can
Shares.
actually go on their website and you can order from them.
Oh,
I've done a
wow.
tour of the store on my um,
Oh,
I've
not that one. Hang on. Sorry.
done a tour of the store on my on my channel, and we'll talk about the roux, Logan. We might save that for when I hit my 500 and my 35,000 views. I'm getting
Oh.
close. I'm getting really close on that. And we might save that for a giveaway on that. But anyway, so you guys have a little sneak peek as to what's coming very soon to a giveaway near you on a Talk
Oh.
About It Tuesday.
Ooh.
So I just wanted to throw that out there. I am telling you, girl, this honey, and they have huckleberry honey too.
Oh, that's not gonna work. Huckleberry honey. Oh
Yes,
my goodness.
and huckleberry pancake mix and syrup and oh my gosh.
It's not gonna
Mmm.
let me. I'm okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat because I can't seem to get it.
This honey is amazing.
Okay,
And
hang
it's in
on.
this is a regular um quart jar. It's not plastic. You can get the plastic bottles and you can get tubs of it. Um, they sell bison meat. Um, they sell chapstick. They sell, I
I'm gonna have
mean,
to. I'm telling you, I pay that same price for half the amount. But I mean, I'm gonna buy local because I'm for allergy reasons. I do that.
right.
That is an excellent price. $16 for that size of a jar. That's crazy. That's
I know.
crazy. Even if I think if you're baking cookies or something, at that point, if you're heating it up, it would be worth to get some from the honey store. You know what I mean? If you need to take it locally by spoon, then I would just shop local. But if you need it to cook, that's like the best price. Order online.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
dropped the link, but I'm not sure if it hit both channels. But it's thehoneystore.net.
Yeah.
So here, maybe I can do it this way as well.
There are um there are some amazing items in there. Just really fun gift items. Just it's really really neat. Some fun things in there. A lot of Idaho branded stuff. Um,
Well, just even that, let's see, I'm looking at the products. They had that the raw honey, my goodness. Oh, and then there's a newsletter you can sign up for. That's what it's trying to give me.
um,
And the honey candy they have,
they
gift
have
baskets.
they have the honeycomb. You can get a block of honeycomb like this, and it's like this thick for like 10.95.
Oh my gosh.
I
I'm gonna
know, and they
shop.
have creamed honey.
Oh,
Um,
I don't know what kind. I'll have to go back and look at it in a minute, but have you ever had creamed honey that's been infused?
I haven't ever had the creamed honey actually. I almost got some today. And they have these little miniature uh honey bears
Oh yeah,
and it
yeah,
was
yeah.
okay, well this was a little miniature bear and it was huckleberry honey. and I almost got one of those for the giveaway, but I passed on it.
Mhm.
But, mm, the things they have in there, and the little tin of tea, they have elderberry tea also.
Oh, I have a local elderberry shop. Let me I wanna make sure I share that one too. And but they, let's see, elderberry, I gotta think of the elderberry company, that's the name of it, and they are online as well.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
they they have really good products. They have rewards programs and all kinds of things. Let me You get $5 off your first order. Don't you love pop-ups? I mean, really. But anyhow, let's see here. I'm a copy. I'm still working on learning this new computer. I'm not quite there. Let's see. See here. Now, there we go. Let me add this. And then of course, gotta go there. And then there we go. So this is the other store. This is our local, the elderberryco.com.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
they sell honey as well, but not, I don't know if they sell it online, but their elderberry, they have this recipe and you put it in your Instapot. And it's not just elderberry. They put clove and cinnamon in it, and it's
Ooh.
really good, but that you can buy it, like, where it's just a bag, and you just put it in your Instapot, follow the instructions, let it cool down, like, it only takes 10 minutes, but let it cool completely down, then add your honey, and I'm telling you, when Sir Grace and I think we're getting sick, that's actually what we just take a tablespoon twice a day, right in, to help boost the immune system. And Yeah, it's really good. In fact, I think let me see if they still sell the what I'm talking about. I might That might be one of my giveaways. I'm gonna have to look into it, see
Ooh.
if they have the one I'm looking for where you can make it yourself. If not, I'll have to go
Oh,
down there
okay.
and see if I can find it. But they sell teas that are really good as well.
Sounds like a
Um,
similar store.
yeah, I'll go down there and I'll get back with you guys on that one, but let me head down there.
Okay.
But I absolutely love their crock pot one, like, or their Instapot one, because it's just like, if you don't have a Instapot, you can do it in a crock pot for sure and let it cook all day.
Right.
But it would make 2 pints, no, quarts. It'd make 2 quarts of it, or 1 pint worth, so I put it in the smaller jar, and then one would go in my fridge and the other one go in my freezer, and then when we got low, then what we do is we pull it out, the other one, let it come up to, room not room temperature, but let it melt on its own in the fridge, and that's how I made it, and let me tell you, that stuff is good. Elderberry is amazing, and then I grow, choke berries, not cherries, but choke berries, um,
Okay.
which there's a better name for it, but aronia berries. That's the other name for it, aronia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so I freeze dry my aronia berries, and I'll add that to my elderberry because it's a high concentration of vitamin C in it, naturally. But you don't ever want to eat the berry because it's exactly a choke berry.
Ah,
I got it from Baker Creek several years
okay.
ago as
I've
a
actually
start.
I've seen the aronia berry or chokeberry plants at TSC here locally.
Oh.
Hey, Jesse and Lisa.
Oh, Jesse and Lisa are here. Hey, hey. Well, you can grow the chokeberries in pots. You don't have to put them in ground. Now, if you put them in ground, they'll get a little bit bigger. But I
Mm-hmm.
actually have one in a pot and one in the ground because I wanted to see how
Okay.
long it could live, both in both conditions. And they both are thriving. One is bigger than the other, but I get berries. I pick them in August. Ooh, at the end of August, I'm gonna have to get somebody to pick them for me and get them in my freezer. What would Glenda like from our gift shop as a giveaway? Oh, well, I'll have to think about that. I'll come up with my own for my gift though. We are at Eufaula?
Eufaula.
Wait, Eufaula. There we go. Thank you. Let's see here. Hey Jesse and Lisa, did you guys find the park? Oh, did they lose the park? How could you lose a park? I mean,
Well, maybe they lost their parking brake or
I don't know. Yeah, they're waiting for everyone to show up, but they find the park. I wonder if they lost the park. Anyhow, but no, I like the choke berries really well with that elderberry syrup mixture. I put it together and oh, it's so good. It's so good and so good for you.
yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
good. I take elderberry every day.
Do ya?
Hmm.
I thought about making the gummies. Have you ever made the gummies?
I've never made the gummies, but that's what I take is the gummies.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And I know when I don't take it, I can tell it
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
because that's
Alfonso.
when I start feeling run down and
Kinda,
hey,
yeah.
Alfonso.
That it works. That stuff works really good.
It does. It
Yeah.
does.
We like to I mean, we just take it during the winter months is when we take it. I'm not the best with t remembering to take things all the time. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I don't like medications a whole lot because I'm horrible. I'm really good as a caregiver and I can go through Sir Grace's medications and then I can sort things out, you know what I mean? Like I am good. I can look at that pill and know what time he takes it, but taking my own, not so much. Let's see here. What did he say? We went to the state, lost and found, and they gave it back to us. That figures. It figures. My days off change. I might be like, oh, okay, okay. I understand. No problem. Um, well, I'm glad you found it. Next time don't lose the park. Don't
Yeah.
lose it. That's
Other
step
people might
one.
like to other people might like to use it.
Yeah, maybe they enjoy the facility too. You can't hog it all and then just go losing it. I mean, goodness gracious. Who does he think he is? The mod father or what?
Yeah, really.
I mean, oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Let's, that's a good one, Jesse. Yeah, he went to the lost and found. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you could lose a park, but
You, you
it can
know,
be done, I guess.
I sent Jesse a message yesterday and he never responded to me. So now that he's in the chat, maybe he'll answer my
I don't
question.
know. I
Uh I received a package from Amazon. There was no gift tag in it, and I don't know why I got it. All I can assume is that I was in a live or my name came up in a drawing or something. Um, I got an X Pest Nat Zapper or something in the mail yesterday from Amazon, and I don't know
Oh.
why or who it was from, but I didn't
Oh.
order it.
And it had
Did
your
I
name
win
on
it
it?
on your live Saturday or did I win it from the Vineyard Chicks? Please,
Yeah.
inquiring minds would like to know. You cannot confirm nor deny anything. Okay, so I'm still in the dark.
Oh my. Oh my.
Okay.
What's it like? Is it one that you plug in?
It's I actually haven't opened the box because I didn't know if it was anyway. But it's just this little box and it says X Pest Nat something, not Zapper or something like that. And I just remember that the Vineyard Chicks promote X-Pest, and I didn't make it to the live on Sunday. Oh, okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Um, I didn't make it to the live on Sunday for the survival seeds, and I was in and out on Saturday
Oh.
for their live, and I know I entered some of the giveaways for Jesse and Lisa, but I wasn't necessarily there when the wheels stopped.
Ah,
So I don't know if I won or I didn't. So, this package just showed up and there was no gift tag or anything in there. And yeah, I know they're a sponsor for Vineyard Chicks, and um, that's why I was thinking I might have maybe won from them, but I didn't know. So I'm like, where'd this come from?
a blessing from a
It,
surprise.
yeah,
It's just a blessing from heaven.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, when you get random packages, it's like
A little
you
different.
kind of,
Where'd you get this from?
yeah.
Who may I thank is what you
Who,
want to
yeah,
know.
exactly,
Who may I
exactly.
thank for this wonderful package?
Right.
Yes, yes. Let's see.
Yeah, I did. I was at Babby during the live on Sunday.
That's all good. I
Yeah.
was out in the garden. I totally I'm gonna be honest, I missed the vineyard chicks because I was out working on that garden and just in my zone. And then Sir Grace, like I said, he made steaks. I'm gonna stop for a good steak. I mean, mhm.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Yeah, he grilled it to perfection, and then we have leftovers. So for dinner tonight, we're gonna have fajitas, steak fajitas.
Ooh.
Mhm, mhm. I'm gonna warm them up and get some bell peppers frying up, and that's on the menu for dinner.
I saw Logan got out hamburger. So,
Ah, I wonder what he's gonna make for you for dinner tonight.
food.
The kind, yeah. Well, we're just using leftovers. We're gonna have those steak fajitas, and I'm like, that just sounds really good.
Oh,
We did a thing today. So Sir Grace and I had to go to the hospital today. We both had X-rays done, and a and so I told him, I said, "Well," I said, "I guess I'll take you over to Costco because it's close to Costco." I said, "We can go on a cheap date." You know what cheap dates are at Costco?
hot dogs.
A hot dog and a soda. So then we get to the hospital. We both had we had tests that had to be done, X-rays. And so I looked at him like, I don't want a hot dog. So we ate hospital food for lunch. But the hospital that we go to, they have like the best cafeteria. They're worth it to stop in and eat at. And I can't say that about hospital food in general, but this
Hmm.
hospital I recommend. It's like a gourmet restaurant. It's really good and really
Oh,
good prices too. Lisa just
wow.
verified. Yay! Congratulations.
Yay me.
Awesome.
I wasn't even there, but thank you. That's awesome.
That is.
I'll have to thank them.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
So you won. Yay! Yes,
Yay.
this lady, she was looking at me. She's one of the workers. And I said, "Yeah, we come to the hospital to have lunch." How many people do that? And sometimes if I'm in the area, I refuse to eat at certain restaurants. I'll pop into the hospital just to get something to eat. And they have a Starbucks in there too, which is nice. So you can, if you just want a coffee or whatnot. Isn't that awful? I feel like that's my new home away from home, this hospital. Yes, congratulations. Yeah, it's where Sir Grace goes if I for certain things, so we just like it. Kinda weird, but we're weird like that. I
Hey,
mean,
whatever works.
some people eat at a hospital, some people dance with their hens. That's
Hey,
just who I am, but all good. But, well, congratulations, you won, you won, you won. That's awesome. Have you been there? The pie should have been twice as big. I think she's just pleasantly surprised. She wasn't
I
expecting
am.
it. That's the best kind of mail, when you get something
Yeah,
cool like that.
yeah.
That's aw I have a saying, "No mail is good mail unless there's money in the mail." Well, I'm gonna add prizes too to that.
Right.
Does your local hospital have a piano? No, they don't. No, I had to be rescued from a monkey last week. Oh my goodness. No, our hospital is nice. It's a newer one and we just really like it. Has everyone seen the crazy? Yeah. There's Jesse, you missed it, but at some point there will be a part 2 to this. Oh, that's awesome, Alfonso. I love that. He played the piano during the pandemic. That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, there will be a part 2 to this. If it would just stop raining. I got something up my sleeve. What the original video should have been. It's not been filmed. There's a couple I think one of my crazy chicken videos dropped today, and then I have another crazy one dropping tomorrow. But it's not either one of those. And you'll know it when you see me, because I'm gonna be in it. That's what I'm talking about. Does it have a gift shop? Yeah, it has a small one. Yeah, yep, it has a small gift shop.
Yep.
I haven't shopped in it, so one of our hospital has one. Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
ours
Actually, both
doesn't.
of our hospitals, all of our hospitals have gift shops, and I think one of the hospitals has a piano.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Mhm.
This isn't a big hospital. This is a smaller one. But it's part of a huge network of hospitals.
Mhm.
The downtown one is so huge that that one I wouldn't be surprised if it had a piano in it. But what they do have this hospital, they have service dogs that goes around the hospital, which is so cool because having Sir Grace having a service
Mhm.
dog, we get to see like everybody else's dogs, like the ones that belong to the hospital, I should say. Um, and I love that they have them because it helps
Yeah.
people recover holistically, that sense of love and encouragement from an animal. So yeah, they had dogs. I remember buying a few CDs and train set at a hospital gift shop, but they're very expensive. Yeah, I couldn't tell you anything about our gift shop. The Meridian has a piano. Oh, that's cool.
When Ronson was in the hospital as a little boy, the downtown St. Luke's in Boise
Mhm.
is the children's hospital,
Mm.
and they would bring the uh, they'd have like 3 or 4 different dogs that they would
Mm.
bring to the hospital on certain days, and they would
Oh.
walk around and visit the children and the other patients, mainly the children,
Mhm.
but they would visit the different patients. And he had 2 or 3
Oh.
different dogs come in and see him, and one of them was a great big old English sheepdog. And
Oh.
that sheepdog wanted to climb in bed with him, and they had to put a chair next to the bed so that he could sit on the
'Cause
chair
they're big.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
Well,
big.
and he'd had hip surgery, so he couldn't have the dog in bed with him. They would have if he hadn't had surgery.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he had to sit in the chair next to the bed with him, and he had errands to run today, Logan, so he couldn't be here.
Mhm.
But yeah, that big old English sheepdog sat in the chair next to him, and
Aw.
he
It's
got to
so
visit with him.
Sir Grace's dog tries to get up, like, when he sees his dad after surgery, and we have to be really careful. I work with the hospitals, service dogs are not allowed in the surgical unit, so it makes
Mhm.
it kinda interesting whenever Sir Grace has surgery, so I work really closely with the hospitals, and we've had, nothing but good things to say about the hospitals working with us, because we understand the law too, you know what I mean? Um,
Right.
so typically what they do is they pull Sir Grace away from the operating room so he could have his dog just right like going in and then coming out. We get like a special room. And so this last time when Sir Grace had surgery, he was like trying to figure out how to get to him. And I'm like, okay, you're not gonna get on this side, buddy, you know. So we pulled I know how to work the bed. So I got the bar down and then I went, okay, now up. And he just went so gently and so carefully, just
Oh,
like I think he knew, you know what I mean? Like I
yeah.
just think he did. And then he just like gently laid it down, like slowly, like, and they just kind of like looking around, you know? And then he went down, and then just to see Sir Grace just light up, you know, it kind of helped him with that waking up from anesthesia to feel
Mhm.
his buddy just like put his head like right here on his chest, you know? And then his body was along the bed. It just was it's a precious thing to watch, you know, the power of a service dog,
Yeah.
but yeah, it makes it a little challenging whenever he has surgery, working with the hospital, trying to figure out
Yeah.
how are we gonna do this?
I know, Logan's mom and dad have a little, Shih Tzu and a cat,
Oh.
and with my father-in-law, with his dementia,
Mhm.
as he has declined over the years, the cat and the dog have bonded more and more and more with dad.
Yeah,
And when he goes in and goes to bed at night, the cat and the dog are right there with him the whole night. One in one spot, one in the other. And if he stops breathing or his breathing changes at all, the cat is right there up on his chest. And at first, they thought that the cat was biting him and being mean and
mhm.
what have you.
No.
But no, the cat has bit him numerous times to make him start breathing when he wouldn't respond in other ways.
Oh.
And the dog's been right there. And here in the last couple of weeks, especially this last week, when mom would go in to check on him and reach up to touch him to see if he was breathing and to stir him, the cat and the dog will growl and lunge at her to say, hey, this is our charge, get
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
And they're so in tune with him.
yeah,
Animals are so in tune, and they know what their patient needs,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they don't need training to know that.
No, mm-mm, no, we had an English Cocker Spaniel from when we lived in England. We brought her back to the United States, um, and she taught us that Sir Grace needed a service dog. She was not trained, so I couldn't agree more with that. She'd pick up on his medical conditions, and she would, you know, kinda take over, and she could never have passed the service dog training, like the good behavior in public, because she would see food, and I'm telling you, that little girl was a porker on stilts. She'd see it, she'd eat it, you know what I mean? So, there was no going to the grocery store and walking past the meat department, and she'd ignore it. 2, she was an older lady by this point, and 3, she wasn't the right height for a mobility assist.
Mhm.
That part of it, she needed to be taller. But I couldn't agree more with you because she taught us, and we took about 3 years to really think about it. She was just our pet at home,
Mhm.
and someone we could love on, and we also took into consideration how old she was and bringing in another dog into the home and how that might be hard on her.
Mhm.
But when my mother and stepdad said, "Hey, we really want her," I could never give up my animals. I'm just too close to them. But I
Mhm.
knew that my mother and my stepdad, like they'd watched her, and I knew if anything, she was going to spoiled land, and I could still be part of her life. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so
Yeah.
she got to live out the last couple of years of her life eating bacon and eggs every Saturday morning and then
Oh.
getting snacks. I mean, when I say she was a porker on stilts, when I saw her right before my mom had moved away for a little while, and so she came back. And then I did put her down. I had to make that decision. My mom struggled, and I said, "No, that's mine to make. I'll take care of her." And so, but she was just as fat as could be. I mean, she got even fatter. She was spoiled rotten, but she lived a full life. She was 13 years old when we put her down. But I owe that dog so much because she
Mhm.
taught us the importance of a service dog. And then when both the service dog and her got to meet for the first time, it was like she knew. She
Yeah.
knew. You know what I mean? It was kind of like the
Mhm.
baton was passed.
Yeah.
And yeah, they teach us so much. But
Mhm.
I had another dog too at the time. Keep in mind, I had two cocker spaniels. I had an English and an American. My American did nothing. She was my girl. She was just love me, cuddle me, spoil me. You're sick. Okay, I'll go over here and lay down. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But that English, oh, that was just something to her with that. And then when I'm a
Mhm.
migraine sufferer, I've shared this a bazillion times. Um, and when I'd have my migraines, this old girl, my old English cocker, she'd lick me right where that migraine was at every single time. She just would lick. And she'd let Sir Grace know exactly where I was hurting. I didn't have to say a word. He's like, "You're hurting right here. Let me get you an ice pack, and stick it right there." Because she just kept licking.
Mhm.
She knew. And she wouldn't leave my side either. Now, I don't need a service dog for that. You know what I mean? But
Right.
smart dog, you know?
I know our little Bella has saved my life a couple of times from diabetic crashes, and
I believe it. I believe it.
she's incredible.
Mhm. And cats are too. I mean, I know I've heard a lot of really
Absolutely.
cool stories about how cats have saved people's lives and have really
Yeah.
just provided you know, that comfort and the awareness of things and
Well, they can also serve for diabetics.
mhm,
They can pick up on diabetic crashes and
mhm,
alert.
mhm.
Um, they can
Yeah.
do things like that. They can pick up on cancers,
Mhm,
um, different things like that. Absolutely. Wake up my dad when he stops breathing.
mhm.
Logan's dad when he stops breathing.
Yeah.
Um, doesn't take much when a cat bites you to say, "Hey, wait a minute."
Right? Right, right. Or you can have a crazy chicken just, like, be comforting and sit right on your shoulder.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, but anyhow.
So,
Well, it has been an hour and 48 minutes, so
it has. Time
it
flies when you're having
has.
fun.
It has. I've really enjoyed this time with you and just chit-chatting and
Yeah, I look forward to it every week, and I sure missed last week.
oh, girl, you were so missed. Honestly, I'm, like, so glad you're back, and I don't
It
mind doing it
feels
by
good.
myself, but I like it better with you. It's a lot of fun.
Oh,
A lot of fun. I enjoy myself.
I do too. So, anyway, I guess we should wrap this up and let our friends get on with their evenings.
Yes.
And I'm gonna have to go close the bathroom window. It is getting really cold in here in the
Oh my
bedroom,
oh my
and I
goodness.
don't want my babies getting sicker than they are.
Yes,
And
yes. And hopefully
so,
Jesse doesn't lose that park again.
yeah, I mean, people aren't gonna ever find him if he keeps losing the park, you know.
Some people lose their marbles. Jesse goes and loses a park. Teach their own.
Oh, um,
Thank you so much,
anyway,
Ginger. Thank
yes,
you.
thank you.
Thank you to everybody who's hung out with us and to those who have watched on the
Absolutely.
replay. And then are you going to have your thoughts for Thursday out
I
this week?
am working on that.
Okay.
It's my goal to have a video out for you this week. Um,
Okay. That's good. That's
yeah,
good. And then Saturday I'll be live at 4:45 Eastern Standard Time, and I apologize about this live being set at 4:45. It always the Talk About It Tuesdays are always at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
3 p.m. Mountain.
That's right. That's right. So, yeah, and then on Monday, you had a really good Meet Me Monday yesterday. If you've not seen it, go back and watch yesterday's live.
Yeah, it
Very
was
good.
different, very different. Um,
Mhm.
Not a typical Meet Me Monday at all. She was, she's an Instagram, ready to cross over to YouTube,
Yeah, yeah,
and had some different adventures and shared from the heart,
yeah,
really shared from the heart.
yeah.
So if you've got a past, and really, who of us doesn't?
Right?
She shared
Right?
her testimony,
Yes.
and she was a high school friend of mine,
Yeah.
um, and we reconnected.
I think that's
And
awesome. It was a
yeah,
great interview. I was in and out of that because I was dealing with my daughter at the same
yeah,
time. But I am gonna go back and kind of miss the clips that I'm gonna kind of speed through it, but because I was there, but I'm just gonna get where okay, what was that about and catch that again. But it was a
okay.
great interview. It was really, really good. So for those who missed it, go back and go check it out. But then who's on for next week for Meet Me Monday?
I'm working on that.
Okay, so stay
Yeah, if you
tuned.
have not had an interview with me and
Oh,
you would like to,
yes.
please, please do send
Yes.
me, go to my channel, look at the About section, and there is a form to fill out. It's the
Mhm.
interview request form. Very simple. It's basically giving me your name, your channel name, and contact information. And that way I know how to reach you.
Mhm.
And I think there's one or two other very simple questions, and I will reach out to you. Um, if you are a content creator with content on your
Mhm.
channel, it does not matter if you've got one video or 1,000 videos, if you have one subscriber or 1,000 subscribers or more,
Right.
if you would like a chance to promote your channel,
Yes.
then please do fill out that form, and I will reach out to you. I'm going to go back and check, make sure that I've caught up with everybody who has already filled out a form or
Mhm.
those that I have reached out to.
Mhm.
Um, Make sure that I'm staying caught up with that. I've had so much on my plate that
Sure.
I've gotten kind of behind.
Give a little grace
But
for our beautiful Karma.
hi, Teresa.
Hey, Teresa.
Um, and during this transition period for me right now,
Yes.
if you would go back and watch some of the older videos, and some maybe that you've not seen in a while or maybe that you've missed, that would
Yes.
really help me out a lot.
Yes.
Keep my channel relevant while I'm trying to deal with family.
Mhm.
And
Lots of prayer.
yes,
Lots and lots of
prayers.
prayer.
and I will
In
try to get some
addition.
fresh content out.
Yes.
And if I can't pull together a Monday live for you, I will try to put a video out in its place, and then I will be back here Tuesday, provided everything is safe and sane
Yes,
in our
absolutely.
in our world.
Absolutely, absolutely, and give Miss Karma a lot of grace too during this time, but yes, please watch those videos, and not only just watch, please share and like as well, and if you're
And
not a
comment.
subscriber, yes, and comment. If you're not a subscriber, click that button, it's free.
I'm 3 away from my 500, and I
Are
need
you serious?
1,400 more watch hours.
Okay, okay.
So
You have a playlist, right?
I've got all kinds of playlists. I
Alright, so
mean,
go hit those
there's the
playlists,
whole
people.
kitten caboodle, which will
Yep,
play everything. There's one for Thoughts for Thursday. There's one for Taco About a Tuesday. There's
yep,
one for lives. There's one for Meet Me Monday. There's one for family. I
yes,
mean, there's one for just about anything.
yes, yes.
So,
Yes, so please go run those playlists, comment, like, share, all the good, but
and don't forget our lovely Glenda.
oh, thank you. Yeah,
She's looking for watch hours too.
I have
So,
quite a long journey for that. So yes, that would be nice. And I do have a playlist. So yep. But right now, more than importantly, let's help Miss Karma out right now. That's my request. So that's from me to from the heart. And I'm
thank
here for
you.
you, girl. I'm here for
I know.
you.
I know
So
it, and I appreciate you.
no, I appreciate you too. I do. And I
Uh,
appreciate everybody for hanging out in the chat. I hope
Absolutely.
everybody has a wonderful night. Be kind to somebody. You just don't know what they're going through. You just don't. And lots
Absolutely.
of prayers. So we'll see y'all
All
next
right.
week. Same time, same place.